Well, hello there, traders and investors. I'm Ellie Little. This is your daily NeoTA wrap. Take a look at these markets from a neoclassical perspective, asking ourselves what happened today and what does it tell us about the coming ones. Do a show 4 times a week, Monday through Thursdays, broadcast every 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Archived on YouTube. It's under the channel, Ellie Little. And if you want to subscribe, reach up in the right-hand corner on YouTube. Push the subscribe button, and anytime I push public content, you'll get a notification. If you want to help out the show, just forward to a few friends. Facebook, Flickr, Twitter, take your pick. As far as these markets, flat. Summer days, the doldrums, folks. It was a quiet, flat market all the way around. Here's the S&P 500 inside day doji. That could come back in, top 2453 while you were gone. While I didn't do a show on Friday, it did break out, gets over the top, extends, right? Did that back here, if you remember, right? And what did it do? A couple days later, came back in, did the test, and then set out a larger range. Question is will it do it again? Will it create a higher range? One of the things that's happened, and I informed all the members about this week, is a lot of those long-term targets are coming into play now, and that is going to change the picture. Weeklies, here it is on the weekly. There's the breakout and extension. Question will be, can it stay that way? If it can't come back in, then it's just part of a nominal new high, still a range trade. Here's the NASDAQ, and this one's arguing that it is a range trade. So if the NASDAQ gets all the way to the top, you had Netflix after hours up 10%, so that's going to probably try and juice this tomorrow. But the sign tonight is this thing's going to come back in. Top of this, 634170. Gets to 6330, so it doesn't get to it, but it goes over, back under, after an extended move with an angle that's not sustainable. And that does what? That says two-bar reversal. That says this thing should go sideways to down tomorrow. NDX doing the same thing, over, back under. That one says the same thing. Of course, it has farther to go to get that volume off the top bar, but got the same picture there at Russell. Small caps, they're trying to make the run, folks. They're up here at the top. That top number of 1433.79 closes 1431.60, so it's buttressed right up to the top of the range, right up at the brand new highs. Wants to try to break it out, and right now this one's saying that it can try again. So S&P, Russell, both of those saying, hey, we can try again tomorrow. NDX, NASDAQ, saying, nope, I'm going to try to bring it back in. Let's take a quick look here at the sectors. So bear with me. Let me grab it. And looking at the sectors, so what do we got here? Transports. Now, the transports come off a little bit of volume today, and what was that all about? Well, we're in earnings seasons. J.B. Hunt, one of the truckers, had a hard time. That pulled the sector down. But you know what? By the end of the day, it's a kind of a wide doji, not much damage done, and that's a positive. If you look at the semiconductors, they came off today. That's a two-bar reversal as well, and a push back into a swing point high, an immediate retest, regenerate. That says you can trade back into the 145.5 area. Basic materials, they break out last week. Gets a new high today. They look like they close over it. Let's see, 55.36. And yes, they do. So they can push again tomorrow. Energy. Energy is actually interesting. You actually had energy off 1% today. The XLE did have more volume as it traded up and over. This may be a time for a change in the trend here. I'd be watching the energy. You know, it's one of those things that over and over again they keep fooling us, right? But that's a test failure to get lower with a what? Hammer reversal, right? Ideal entry point right down here. Didn't get it on this bar. If this comes in deep and holds, that may finally be the signal that energy is going to turn. So some baby steps there to try to turn this thing. Financials. Financials had their run, right? Had earnings last week on Friday. They sold off on earnings. Today they do a doji. That's still just consolidating. That still doesn't look bad. Industrials, they make a new high, and they do an inside bar today, so that looks okay. Technology, XLK, just like the NDX, just like the NASDAQ, fails. There's going to be a big trade tomorrow on those, with Netflix trying to take them up higher. XLP still bouncing, top of this bearish retest region, 54.74, and you hold over it today. So finally, that looks like that might be putting in a bottom after a long run to the downside. Utilities, they were trying to bounce, continue the bounce, so that looks pretty good. They are doing the bearish retest region as well. Top of that guy, 52.08, closes over it. So now this is interesting. So you got two safety sectors, right? Utilities and the XLP we just looked at, durables. Both of them now have gotten back over their bearish retest regenerate zone. That says that, what was this way down, right, is most likely sideways now. And so that kind of changes this whole picture and says you can actually start thinking about trading this from the long side again. And why would you want to do that? Well, if you bring it back, you look at it on a weekly basis, this actually held, this is utilities, this actually held on that bullish retest regenerate on the weekly. And so that's a positive. Now, if we go back to the XLP wasn't so fortunate. The XLP actually got under that bullish retest regen. It was 55.36. So this one, if I were playing one of the two, I would move over and look at the utilities as the place to play the safety bounce. Healthcare, it was trying to get a bounce today. It's an over-under. Not very good. That one's going to try to come in. Discretionary. Now, they can't get out of their way. They do get over a swing point high, so they'll get a change in trend today. Let's see what it looks like on the weekly. Still just a consolidation. So I think the big test tomorrow is the NASDAQ, is the NDX. You got IBM after the bell. What was the other one? There's another one too. I can't remember, another tech stock. But IBM is the bigger of the bunch after the bell. Looks like to me like tech is going to try to push it up in the morning. If you get that reversal intraday, right, then that's going to tell you something. So be looking for that. That's it for tonight. I'm expecting these markets to tread water on another slow day in the summer. Have a great one. Take care.